All right, guys, I say happy Sunday. It's time to really focus on the markets. It is already 10 or 11 days before this month ends. And honestly, this has been a lot smoother than last month. Okay. I welcome everybody to the call. Let's talk about some of the things that are considered the elephant in the room. Last week, before the market closed, Thursday, Friday, we saw fit that, the Hormuz situation was getting better. And then we found out them boys said, no, it's still closed, whatever, whatever. At this point, I don't care anymore. Like, I ran out of fucks. I ran out of fucks. I just want to see the opportunities that I see and I take advantage of them. All right. One thing about March is, and I think what the investors are also thinking too is this. At this point, there's already $40 billion that's injected in the market, and there will be more money every month injected in the markets. It's gonna have to go somewhere. Whether whether the Strait of Hormuz is open or closed next week or open again and closed next week, we literally survived a 12 to 13% correction from US 30. And when price made it to the daily demand here, they actually did end up finding their way. And oh shit, what is this? From 44,000 to 49,000, that's damn near 5,000 points. That's damn near 12% correction.
Yeah.
And we opened up with a large gap. Last week, we saw the same behavior. And what ended up happening? Boom. We saw a retest on Monday in the morning. And over the course of the next 12 hours, price gave way more than we expected it to do. To me, this is a higher low. Price basically retraced back at Friday's low here. My stop loss is going to be below the Friday's low, and we're going for buys. Okay. In my eyes, I see a breaking retest. If they come down one more time to retest it in London, that's fine. Stop loss still going to stay where it's at. Unless price goes down here to break it, I'm still going to consider this just a higher low that's going to push back up towards Friday's highs or beyond. So this position is going to be a swing position for me. The only thing is, if price does make it back into this old high and they can't break it, I'm sure we could probably see another correction. Not a deep correction, maybe just a little pullback, whatever the case is. I think we ain't gotta make it too complicated, especially when price action does look good despite the gap that we opened up on, or the fundamental, not even fundamental, but like the geopolitical what's it called, uncertainty that we keep hearing. I think the market is pretty certain where it wants to go, despite the whole back and forth. You guys get me? Now, I'm already in buys with gold. I'm pretty sure some of y'all are already in there too. They not wasting no time, and I'm loving it. Not wasting no time. Now, see how price is behaving with gold? Don't sit back and think twice about what you need to do here with US 30. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Let me call this trade. This is a sexy trade. Okay, let me check the chat. I see you out here. How long you staying here? Um, you know, you know how I get. I don't usually buy them return flight tickets, so I'm still here for a couple of days, Quells. We'll see if we could make the trip. That'd be cool. Okay. Y'all ready to lock in this week though? It's a lot of money to be made, especially since we got some catch up to do. Some catching up to do, man. Oh, the second. I definitely let you know. I definitely let you know. We still might be around, but we'll see. Yeah. Sheesh. Time is going by fast. Yep. So,
Yeah, Hans. It'd be just loud and they talking, so I was like, let me just text you fast. But yeah,
yeah,
so
no.
if y'all are, I'm gonna send you the flyer and stuff anyways, because I'm like just putting it together. If you could
Okay.
come, that's great. If not, it's no pressure. But if you here, it'll be food and a good time, kids
Yeah.
and cake and stuff. So
Yeah, I'll definitely let wifey know. And then I'll get back to you. I'd love to see how he is, how the fam is. People keep telling
yeah.
me it's already been like a year, if not almost a year since I came up here, and I'm like, no, it's not.
No, yeah, not exactly a year, but like almost. Because when you came, I think it was like June or July.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't August for sure. It was like June or July. I would have to look in my
Dang.
photos because I know we took the photo, but like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Time
Time is
flying.
going by fast. Yeah, time is going by fast. But yeah. I wanted to say something, guys, about last month's price action and some of the things I've realized with my own trading. 2025, we saw similar price action to where um after price comes from diving off a cliff, found its daily demand zone. All this was caused by tariff and uncertainties. But soon as April came, they found the demand zone. After price was falling off a cliff, they got their shit together. And, historically, when you get these 12, 15%, 20% corrections and they find themselves into a daily demand, I've made this mistake time and time again. Sometimes I'm expecting price to finally find its demand, to finally find its footing. And I'll be forgetting that that usually comes around April, right? When you start to get all this seller pressure going on in mid February, all the way up until March, you gotta look out for April and start scaling in accordingly, because typically they do end up reversing back up until the end of the month. So fast forward into this year, price did sell off. All this uncertainty kept us distracted, and the next thing you know, we was back up like it was nothing. Now, granted, uh, some of the some of the price actions did hint that we was buying. That's why by the time I think around Monday, I was like, yo, we are bullish despite everything, despite the gap that opened up. Yes, right here. The way we saw price come down to retest the previous day low from Sunday, this was a 2-day retest. This was price coming down to retest the 1 hour demand. And typically, once we get the 1 hour demand and a break and retest off that, we know that it's going to come with a lot of strength. So just remember that for next year. Like many times as traders, we got to we got to just continue the journey, continue the mission with more experience. All right. When you see a big drop or you see like choppy ass markets in March, I used to say this thing, and I caught myself while I was doing a little bit of a one-on-one session with myself. I was like, yo, you ran into similar issues and turbulences last year in two different months. March, July of last year, I was really struggling with the market. And I found myself feeling burnt out. And by the time I realized it, I forced some trades. I had some big trades and I had big losses as well. And what kept me from actually taking a break is I always feel like, oh man, I can't afford to take a break, man. I gotta stick to my goals. Like this market, this lack of good volume is like keeping me from my consistency, this, that, and the third. Reason being is I never had a good idea on when it would be best to just give the market a break and then come back. After so many different trials and error and losses and things, I always come back to saying to myself, damn, bro, had you just taken 2 to 3 weeks off and come back by the end of March, ready for April, you would have avoided these losses. Or had you left July alone, or had you been less exposed, forced less trades in July, you would have been a lot more refreshed for August when August was more August was more uh free flowing. Like the market actually had a lot better price action. And so that's when it hit me. I never really, since I started trading, took 3 weeks off or a month off. And those are usually the good timelines that allows us to just let the market gather itself together. And then by the next month, it's usually a lot better. And choppy markets don't last, guys. We noticed that. So I challenge everybody, I urge everybody, like when we're having a weird March and you feel like you just not getting it, man, wait for April. Like clearly everybody on this call is not just somebody who decided to be a trader and then I give it a try and then we'll never do it again. Some of y'all are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in. So I doubt next year y'all won't be trading. So these type of lessons, when you say, man, I've been trading for 6 years. Remember, for example, Jaquel sometimes would be like, man, I feel like it's been so long since I've been at this journey. It should have clicked by now. Sometimes it's good to realize you've been in this journey so long. You know what to do, what not to do, what seasons gave you some turbulence, and how now you can understand what that means and how to go about it better. And that's what this whole journey has taught me. Even my fuck ups are actually like good data. I'm like, man, I was having some problems in that specific month, but this is how I figured out myself to be better, to perform better. Because once you figure out these little tweaks, it's almost like NASCAR driving or racing on foot. Once you notice little patterns on how to become a better performer, man, it's all gas. It's nothing but gas. And I hope I'm resonating with you guys for real, for real. Because these be the things that really exceeds our performance. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does.
Yeah. When in doubt, give that shit 2 to 3 weeks. Wait till end of the month for a new month to come. You won't miss out on much. Okay. All right. So just remember that for the road ahead. April, if market's not doing too good and March is too choppy, man, just April gonna be a better. market condition. If July is giving us too much of a hard time, August is definitely going to be a much better experience. Okay. So, um, I've been seeing a lot of payouts, a lot of progress. I've been seeing some really, really good performance. And I know it might be a little bit of mess ups here and there, but like, how are you guys starting out Q2? Is this a much better experience so far than your previous years? Let me know. Beautiful. Side note, I am in longs for gold. We're gonna let this one rock until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow,
Hell yeah.
I was in there, but I closed. I was, you know me, like I be just having 1,000 things to do, and I just can't. But I did good. I said, you know, I'll check in tomorrow and have a
Yeah,
good night's sleep, and I can have a good night's sleep and not worry about nothing. But
yeah.
for Q2, um, I think I've been doing good. Definitely more payouts consistently. Cause oh yeah, you know, January, I was in
Yeah,
there.
that's a fact.
January, it was a problem. They Gates, no, not Gates. What's the thing called? Genesis.
Jesus.
Genesis, they wasn't seeing me. They wasn't happy. They wasn't trying to give me my money. You saw, I showed you the message.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Q2's been better, and also it's been better in terms of like understanding. Even though, like I said, like you just said, sometimes I'll be like, damn, like why I didn't get it, but it's nice to still keep going because like the growth is immaculate and I'm
Mm,
really starting to see things that I wasn't seeing before.
mm.
So I just have to work on, being consistent and not over leveraging and not overdoing it. Because sometimes I just overdo it. I just get too excited. So I
Yeah,
gotta calm
yeah.
down.
It be like that sometimes. You're not the only one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's why
feel
I was
you.
like, I'm gonna cut it for tonight. I did good. I'm gonna cut it, and then we gonna circle back tomorrow, or maybe even Tuesday, because I got doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, too much going on.
Heard you, heard you, heard you. Okay. Good to hear. You definitely on my radar. You are one of my favorite students who have been here since 2022, I believe. So,
That
I watch some of my students who've been with me for a long time close because you guys are the people. If we're gonna get any sort of growth for me to say, hey, I invested a lot of my time in these people, the least I want to see is big growth, big strides, and more consistency because like why else would somebody be in your group and you're not seeing that? You know? But um I do want to say this. Make sure you still have a personal trading account on the side. Reason why I say that is you can always scale as well. Like now you could take a 2 to 3K payout, put it on a personal account, and from time to time you take moderate trades. Moderate trades, 0.03, 0.02. Because nowadays, even if you put a stop loss that's like 250 pips, for example, with gold right here, a 0.03, a 0.04 is still going to make you good money, money
that's so
that you can
crazy you
withdraw
said
that
that,
way.
Hans. That's so crazy you said that because as soon as the market opened, I was like, dang, had I sold on Friday at closing, I would have been up crazy because I really had intentions of selling, like if I was using my live account,
Yeah,
because it was just so obvious. Like, sure, I get it, like we're bullish, but how it was falling off the cliff right before market was over, I was like, dang, it looked like it's gonna keep selling. And then boom, the market opened, news came out during the weekend. I'm like, I knew it
right.
because it pumped up. way too fast with no retrace.
Right.
I was like, it had to keep selling. It had to. But what happened before with Genesis, I was so mad, and someone told me like, you know what, you can't do that no more because I was up like 200 something dollars, and I could not close it. I ended up being down 200 something dollars, and it was like, oh, we told you guys that we was gonna be working. I said, no, you guys didn't tell us until when the market closed. You didn't tell us beforehand. Because if we knew beforehand, like, yeah, then that's on us. So ever since that, I was just like, you know what? I don't know.
Okay. You do know I have other brokers if you're not happy with them.
Yeah. I've been thinking about just like looking at the other ones. Like I've heard of a couple more, but anyways, you could send it to me though, whatever.
Yeah, Gates FX is doing pretty good, and they got 100% bonus right now as well.
Yes. I've been hearing people say that. And you know what? I tried to sign up with them. This was like some months ago, but it wasn't going through. Like I don't know what I was doing wrong, but and I know that they accept card. I know you say Genesis accept card now, but when I was
No,
trying to
not
do it then,
Genesis. Gates actually accepts debit card deposits.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Wait, so didn't you say Genesis do too now?
No, not yet.
You didn't tell me that? Or didn't you tell us that on the Zoom like last week?
Mm-mm. Nvidia Trade is the other broker that accepts debit cards, and it's NC5.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I was hearing stuff, but maybe I just got too excited.
Yeah. But sometimes, it don't even matter for real about the sales that you saw coming. When we have gaps in price action like this, that's giving it to you both ways. Look at this, 400 pips. My bad if I ain't call this one. I was finna call it just now, but yeah, so it's important. Like I also want to emphasize that I don't want to just yap and back test on the Sunday calls, especially lately. Sundays have been given opportunities to start off the week banging. You get me? So yeah. Now gold is doing its thing. US 30 should be following suit. So now since I have time to call this one, let me hurry up and call this one for the trade signal. By the way, you guys been following the trade signal? Whose eyes is that? Painkiller. Okay, that's
Yeah. You have put out I think it was a buy the other day. And I wasn't that buy. I got destroyed, but it's okay. It wasn't only you because I saw it too. But how
yeah.
they did it so dirty. They did it like dirty, how they just kept going down. But I should have knew like because it kept hitting that level. That's something else I'm training my eyes to see now. Like if they keep hitting this zone level and they're not pushing through, going up, then clearly like they're gonna start selling,
You
whether it's
just
a pullback
triggered something
or
I meant to say to y'all on tonight's call. Yo, you are dead spot on. Dead
yeah.
spot on to the point where you would have been like, yo, I was gonna say that. This time you beat me to it. 1 second, 48,975. 48,975. 75.
What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Good.
Mhm.
How was the weekend?
It was pretty good. It's still pretty good, man. I can't
Awesome.
lie. Can't
Awesome.
lie,
Awesome.
bro. Can't lie, but what about you?
It was good, bro. All good.
That's exactly why. That's good. That's good. Okay, so since Jaquel brought it up, yo, this is something we have to emphasize for sure. And it goes like this. Many times on the charts, especially with the indices and gold, when price, we're expecting it to buy, for example, in New York, and you look to your left and it can't even break above the previous high, like yesterday's high, or even in
Mm.
New York, if it can't even break past London, Get out of that trade. I can't tell you how many times a good trade looks good until it can't even break the previous day high.
Yeah,
Have to exit immediately because that's a counter trade sell. That's going to sell off to make a higher low or find demand. Don't fight it. Do not fight it. I beg thee.
true.
Yeah. And let's go through a couple examples. Friday, April 10th. I remember I was looking at buys here, thought they were going to go to the moon. Man, I think I even called a trade. It was like 47.80 or so, 60. And then it bought. I'm like, okay, nice. Man, I think 48.90 something or 48.02 was the TP. They couldn't even make it up there. Whole time they couldn't even make it past the previous day's high. And that is a counter trade opportunity. If you're in the buy, you're trying to see price move to the upside and it just won't. Please look left and see if they're having trouble going above the previous day high or the previous session high. That's going to save your life. You might even be able to drop down to like the M3, the M5, um, and actually catch a counter trade sell that ends up saving your trade or that ends up breaking even on a day for you. You know, that's very important. Appreciate you, Quells, for actually bringing that up. That was something I meant to talk about. Now, so when you drop into the lower time frame, you see price giving you a break and retest. You can definitely take a nice trade and stop loss above the high. You will catch a nice counter trade set. Sometimes these are usually the best opportunities that even helps me to put a little bit of a aggressive risk instead of just like being moderate because now I get to risk a bit less and stop loss. The voice is not doing too good today, but that's fine. All right. So as we were saying, uh it's been obvious that when the market opens up with a gap lately, it fills it up pretty fast within the next 12 hours. So we are in buys for US 30. For those of you guys who want to have a target, what was this? 174. Yeah, 49,300 is a nice TP for 200 points. As for me, I'm gonna let this thing rock. I think we got a lot of
Me
opportunity.
too.
Yes, sir. Now, once it makes it to Friday's highs, though, you might get a little pullback, might get some sort of surprise. So by 8 in the morning, you won't catch me holding all of my positions. Okay. But I'm definitely seeing about 49, 400, zones like that. And mind you, I will find out if that's true or not. If, let's say, New York price can't even make it past last week's highs, or price can't even make it past London highs. All of that is telling me get out. Counter trade is coming. So it helps to be sharp about stuff like these. Cause bruh, I hate when this type of essential information, you miss that and it just messes up your trade and you're like, bro, what the heck? What happened? How did I not see that? And you just end up feeling like you got played. Now let's take a quick look at oil. It's crazy how like they get to just drop the price very quickly the same way they can bring price up super quickly. So when price does make it to these dailies, these 4-hour highs, don't be afraid if you feel like you see a counter trade sell opportunity, take it. Now, as for me, I'm not a oil trader for real, guys. I've been saying this. just use the price action that you see best. A lot of times the news comes in and things goes right back to normal. So like when we see these crazy highs get touched, if they get to retesting them again, might be an opportunity for counter trade sets. I'd love to see price do come back down to normal. That would definitely reflect positively with gas prices in the real world. I'm not sitting here trying to be a trader, want to see shit touch 130. That clearly impacts the economy. I wouldn't want to see that. But as far as US 30 and such, yeah, I definitely want to see us go back up. Might take, the next 6, 7 hours, whatever. But yeah, we definitely can see price move back to the upside. Okay. Now, once it does make it to this recent high, I see a pullback. So be careful. And
I see US 30 buying throughout the week, bro.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I see that too, but just be careful when price does
absolutely.
touch old highs or recent
Yeah,
highs. US 30 is notorious for that. Like I
yeah.
saw Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesday, price started rallying and gave us a fake out.
Mm,
So, but was it selling back to hell, to the pits of hell? No. So you gotta be careful when you see sales too. See if price is not
absolutely.
gonna come back to retest previous day lows. The same way Thursday we saw price buy sold off quickly, but towards 10:15, where was price selling to? Look to your left, previous day lows. So I'm very glad to see price actually making sense as well. Where like
Yeah,
when it moves, it sells, and it's like you can tell where it's heading to, what we can do with that information. Last month, price was doing whatever it was doing, and you just couldn't tell what to do with that information. That's the difference between price action that just doesn't make sense versus price action that does
makes
something
sense.
like selling, but then you can tell it's because we are heading back to retest previous day low to make a higher level. Right, guys?
Yeah. You see Nas broke all-time high.
Right. S&P 500 too.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, it's crazy. Look at that shit.
But all this new high created
Yeah.
always happens after price does a lot of cliff diving to the downside and
Mm.
then finds a daily demand, which we still are learning to get comfortable with catching in April. So when we see a 12+% correction by February and March, know that April is typically the month. The beginning of April is usually the time where we see potential reversals. So we got to get better at preparing ourselves to catch those reversals because these are the type of reversals that's going to give you several days of movement to the upside. And I want us to catch it. I seen in some of my other colleagues, my guy Junior, he catches that shit every year. Shout out to Junior. I can't lie, that boy be catching it to the T. I have not caught it like that. I'll catch a bit, a little bit. I'm never mad. I'm always gonna cheer somebody else for catching the market and seeing the market. But that doesn't mean we can't learn how to prepare when we see these type of sales. Jaquel was saying, yo, you know how historically price does tend to sell off in February, March. We were like, yeah. But we were still kind of uncertain. But now we know for a fact if we do see February selling, we do see March selling, then we know which month to start preparing ourselves for the buy. You get where I'm coming from, guys.
Yeah,
These are
bro.
the things we want to keep alongside us for next year and a year after that. We plan on being traders for the next 20 years if the market's still moving the way it's supposed to, even though AI is slowly replacing us from having to be manual. But yeah. Let me check the chat real quick. Jerome said, yes, that is so true. I have BTC on the train too. Yes, last week when Daniel asked me, hey, what do I think about Bitcoin? And my answer was very clear when I said, hey, when it
Yeah.
comes to these things, we got to just cost average, dollar cost average, because look, there are bigger institutions that are clearly in position to get in and these buys, and they know way better than us. And there's such a thing called market repurchasing, and they do it a lot. Sometimes they tell us, "Oh yeah, we're injecting liquidity in the market." Sometimes, other times you hear, "Oh, well, this is emergency buying." But why is it always around April? That tells you, despite the manipulation, despite the uncertainties, these guys are going to do whatever the hell they got to do to keep this market from selling off. And they got the bread. They don't put all their money, some of their funds, some of their profits, some of their liquidity providers are just literally waiting for the bottom to buy from them. These guys can hedge positions. They have unlimited amounts of money and power. So let's not let the headlines get to the best of us. All right. Even with gold, like we might see some sells and some big doom and gloom, but I do believe over the next 2 months, 60 days, we will see price touch 6,000 for the first time, or at least 5,400 will be touched again, you know? So every time we saw sells for gold, and that's another thing with gold too. We saw nasty corrections with gold. And each time we we ended up buying back up for weeks. Every time we had a nasty sell off, then we had a sell that found demand, which turned into a higher low, and then they bought. So that's why, like, even some of my friends as traders, bro, you caught a nice swing, good for you. But as for me, I got to see the market for me, and that has to make sense. I ain't even bother asking James about. I saw that he had opened some positions from 50, 100, and he was up a quarter mil or something like that. But I ain't even ask him if he closed because he real stubborn sometimes. But that's the stubbornness that often makes him a lot of money. So what do I look like trying to just ask other traders about the market and how they feel about it? When we have our own set of eyes and we understand that sometimes some people's exits are our entries. Some people swing trades end up holding too long and they end up breaking even or blowing the whole account. So a trader really has to use their own discretion no matter what. While improving your own skill, use your own discretion. Okay? Use your own discretion. Because the money that's closed into profit and wired into your bank account is the only thing that matters, no matter how many floating profits you might see. Okay? All right. Now, I think that resonates with everybody on this call, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Meanwhile, we have some beautiful buys from gold. And since 9 p.m., yeah, price action is back moving smoothly on Sunday, 9 p.m.s. I don't know if
Hopefully,
y'all
bro.
peep that. Yeah, yeah. So these buys are goaded right now. Let me check where yep, US 30 is buying. Perfect, 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 perfect. Everything looks smooth so far. Yep. So that's pretty much it for me. Um, everything I needed to say, pretty much got it done. Anybody want to add anything?
Yes, I'm still highly upset about Friday, but I'm gonna let it go.
You have to. You have to. Which
Ah,
part
I'm
about
so
Friday?
mad
That you
because
saw it coming?
because Thursday night Trump had his speech. So with him having the speech, I'm like, oh, this is going to the moon. And he said something about no tax on tips. I'm like, oh nigga, this is going up. We lit.
Mm.
So I'm in there. They stopped me out on one account. They stopped me out on my other account. So I was like, yeah, man, I'm done. Like, all right. So then they do the move at 8 a.m. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Why y'all wait till do the move at 8 a.m.?
Oh
I thought they
yeah.
was doing the move while he was talking because when he was talking last time, it went to hell. And I was in there. I was in
Yes.
there. So the fact that it played out that way, I was so pissed off. I was so mad.
I feel you.
Uh,
But I will say this though. Price still gave a nice retest by 9:45. It retested 9:30's price action here. And this was another buy opportunity.
no, yeah, the whole day was lit, but I was already done. I was like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna keep like, like I was over it by then. So
I hear you. I hear you. No, but you're doing great, cause you're doing great.
you
Okay, let's have a great week. Buys were called. Everybody who's on the call right now, do y'all have a live account? Do you guys have a live account? Ain't no way, point oh ones, point oh twos, point oh threes. Like y'all cannot not have a live account at this point. Like, and if you don't, let me know. Gates FX has 100%
I don't have a live account, bro.
deposit bonus,
Don't live there.
and I want y'all to take advantage of it. I want
Which
everybody
of
to have, huh?
which broker are you talking about?
Gates FX. Let me
Yeah.
send you a link to that. Drop it down. Make sure you guys get your 100% deposit bonus. All right.
All right.
Yeah, because
All
like the way gold been moving, I've been telling y'all, man, like even if it's not a lot in lot sizes, a point oh 0.01, a point oh 0.02 off of a nice, beautiful, price action like this, man, y'all ain't no way I ain't going. Listen, if you make 10 withdrawals in a month of $100, that's an extra $1,000, guys. You don't have to be taking freaking 500 into 30,000. All you
You're
got to
right,
do
bro.
is be able to make withdrawals off of the gains you make. Okay?
Yeah, bro. You're right, bro.
And shit, y'all might make $60 and go buy another funded account. Y'all might make $100 and then go buy another Lucid account. Like, make it work for you, man.
True, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Right now, with the market currently, less is more, but boy, do you make money off of these 400, 500,000 pip moves, 2,000 pip moves. So I say this to say as well, do your best to not get caught up with your emotions to blow an account. Limit your attempts, limit your attempts, limit your attempts. Even if you're down to $400, with the way this market is moving, even if you're down to $200 on your live account, you can still make that account make the craziest comeback. All you got to do is sometimes is give it a couple of days, be patient. Know the setups that help you recover. Know the setups that are more high quality. Like you noticing lately, Thursdays, Sundays, we back into some sexy price action. Take advantage. You see prices bouncing off into a 4 hour demand. You know, London session going reverse it back up. Shoot, you got a nice live account. Boom, 500 pips on point oh 0.02. We lit for the week. Those of y'all who do Uber, man, take a day off because you just took care of that 12-hour shift. You have power in front of your hands. Like, look, a point oh 0.02 is 20 cents. Even off of a 500 pip move, ain't no way you not taking care of a bill or two. Ain't no way you not putting gas in your car. Ain't no way you not handling the groceries for 2 weeks. Ain't no way you not rebuilding your your savings. Ain't no way you're not taking care of a credit card or something. Don't just latch on to your fundeds. Use both. Use your personal trading account, use your funded account. And when you do make more than one or two payouts, put some funds to the side and put it on your personal live account.
That's the
Just
plan,
don't
bro.
overtrade, don't over leverage. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Choppy markets don't last. Choppy markets don't last. All right. So this is all I have for you guys today. Before we finish, I want to give a big shout out to my brother Cliff Mendez. I want to say hi to Alice. I didn't realize you jumped on the call. Fuzzy boy, what's up, my man? What's up?
Hi, Coach.
Hi, Alice. I was thinking of you. I sent a prayer your way, so I'm glad to see you on the
Amen.
call.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Glad
God
to see you on
bless
this
you.
call.
Mm.
All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot to say tomorrow, Fortune's funding launch is in full effect. You guys should be able to see throughout the week. Um, Free 10K accounts in your emails. Please look out for that. You're welcome. I do want y'all to participate in this launch. If you see your accounts emailed to you, I want y'all to, at least post in your story, hey, Fortune's funding is back, tag us, help
How
us
can we
get
take
things done.
advantage? I never use it.
Yeah, bro. How can I get the 10K
It
like
should
that?
be emailed to you guys in the next 48 hours.
But
But
I don't have their
I
email.
have not registered for it.
You did not?
No, I
No.
don't have.
Why not? I posted it everywhere.
Can you post it again, bro?
Um,
Like, it's late?
it might be.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. I wasn't well
That's okay.
for 3
There
weeks.
will be other
So,
opportunities if this one's not it. Oh, don't worry.
okay.
Let's see if we can still sign up for it.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, let me add this the announcement to our channel. But yeah, exciting times. Exciting times.
Mm.
What's something that you guys will retain throughout the week from this webinar? What is one thing that I said today that resonated with y'all and you will carry along with you throughout the week?
I came late, but what I received as a message is to take whatever you get in the market.
Mhm.
There is no small win, and then build on it
Yes, yes,
over time. So,
correct. Don't underestimate the small wins. Yes.
mm.
You still caught something from the sermon. Bless God.
I'm searching for the link, bro.
You're searching for the link. Are you part of the Fortunes Funding Telegram group?
No.
That's why. Let me let me send you let me add that one too.
Okay.
Are you following me on Instagram, bro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Of
You
course,
didn't
bro.
see my latest reel?
No, I've not been on Instagram throughout the day.
Oh, what about last week?
I just muted. Like, a lot of distraction. I decided to take a break from the social media, bro.
Nah, you're right. You're right, bro. You're right. Too much nyash.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, bro. Stay
Do
strong,
you
bro.
mean what Inyash mean? That's not a good word.
I know what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He know what he's talking about.
Don't worry. She right there.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, I keep it cool with you guys. But I just want to just remind y'all that
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, the fight goes on, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to be
Absolutely.
strong. But there's nothing that breaks us apart that we can't be pulled together and use it to make a better puzzle piece. All right. There's a reason why God says he is the potter and we are the clay. And sometimes clay gets broken, but it's going to form new forms of artwork and pieces that you never thought you were capable of making. Okay. Um, like I said, March was tough, February was tough, but tough times don't last. And sometimes it's okay to give ourselves a 3 week or even a month break off the markets because then the next month ends up coming in with way better price action. All right. And that's it, guys. I'm going to rest my voice a little bit. For those who were in those gold buys, feel free to close majority partials. There might be a retracement. If your account can't handle it, no need to hold. As far as US 30, we're going to hold that one until tomorrow. And if there is a pullback into Asia lows again, that's an opportunity for buys. Okay. With that being said, you
Absolutely.
guys have a great night. Let's have a
You too, bro.
great and even greater week. Peace, love, and blessings.
Good night.
All right.